Welcome to another lesson in our Transformational Leadership series. In this session, we'll focus on how transformational leaders guide their teams through organizational change. Change is constant. It's part of growth. But while systems and structures can change quickly, people often need more time to adapt. As a transformational leader, your role is to guide that process with clarity. Let's begin by understanding organizational change. Change can take many forms. It might be a new strategy, a new process, or a complete cultural shift. But one thing remains true. Successful change always starts with people. Transformational leaders understand that change is not something you force. It's something you inspire. The first key factor in successful change is clarity of vision. People need to understand why change is happening and what the future will look like. When the purpose is clear, uncertainty decreases, and motivation increases. The second key factor is communication. Change fails when people are left in the dark. Keep communication open, honest, and consistent. The third key factor is trust. Trust is the foundation that holds everything together during transition. When your team trusts your leadership, they're far more likely to stay engaged. Now let's talk about resistance. One of the most common challenges in any change process. Resistance is natural. People often fear the unknown or worry about losing stability, status, or control. Transformational leaders approach resistance with empathy, not frustration. Start by listening. Ask questions like, "What concerns you most about this change?" Listening helps people feel valued and understood, and that's the first step toward acceptance. Next, involve people in the process. When team members help shape the change, they take ownership of it. You might invite them to suggest improvements, share feedback, or test new ideas. This involvement transforms resistance into engagement. Finally, celebrate small wins. When people see progress, confidence grows. Recognize early adopters and highlight positive outcomes. Momentum builds, and the fear of change begins to fade. Let's look at how transformational leadership principles directly support change. Transformational leaders lead through 4 key behaviors. First, idealized influence. You model the change you want to see. Your consistency, calm, and confidence set the tone for your entire team. Second, inspirational motivation. You create excitement about the future. You help people see how this change connects to a bigger purpose. Third, intellectual stimulation. You encourage creativity and critical thinking. You invite your team to challenge old ways of doing things and explore better solutions. Fourth, individualized consideration. You recognize that every person experiences change differently. Some will embrace it quickly. Others may need more time and reassurance. Provide the right level of support for each individual. When these 4 principles work together, change becomes a shared journey. It's all about making sure that change becomes part of who the team is and how they work. To make change last, reinforce it continuously. Encourage ongoing learning so your team feels equipped to handle new challenges. And always keep communicating the why, because when people understand the reason behind the change, they will stand behind it. It's about seeing the destination clearly, while guiding people with empathy along the way. So lead with purpose, listen with empathy, and help your team see change not as something to fear, but as a chance to grow stronger together. That's transformational leadership in action. In the next lesson, we will talk about measuring leadership effectiveness. Stay connected with us. Thank you.